patient. Man, is that the longest you have ever been kept on hold for that? That's gotta be some kind of record. Anyways, hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play the Suffering. I'm your host, TPC Gamer, and this is my favourite stage, Hate the Sin, Not the Sinner, which is a phrase that's going to become very important as we play, both through this level and through the entirety of the rest of the game.
Something I shall thoroughly enjoy, and I trust so shall you. I am not certain we have been formally introduced. Talk, isn't it? My name is Killjoy, Dr. Killjoy, and I will be your alienist this fine evening. Welcome to the Carnate Institution for the tragically troubled, impossibly insane, and the diabolically disturbed.
So, first thing we've got to do is deal with an onslaught of slayers. It's a pretty standard brawl, I mean, nothing out of the ordinary at this point. But I'll be honest, it is an absolute pain to have to do it in such a small room. Also, the slayers like to block a lot during this fight. Although, thankfully the ricochet doesn't hurt you in this game. It does in the sequel, let me tell you. You tend to take more damage from your own guns than anything else a lot of the time. Right. First thing we have to do, destroy the projector on top of the cupboard, because, again, the projection of the gate was stopping us from continuing. And next, silence. And that's the absolutely brilliant thing about this level. It begins like any other part of the game up until this point, but after that initial wave of madness, dead silence and eerie calm. Anyways, moving along, we come to our next moral choice.
Hold it right there. It is only a joke. How you get here? You're not supposed to leave Abbott. Don't they tell you anything? Come in, please. You come in.
This is Sergey the CO.
Yes,
He's a pretty cool guy.
The name is Sergey. Oh, wait. Are you really there? Or maybe I am dreaming again. No? No, you real, da?
He's a filthy immigrant. Really? He's a disgusting addict.
Whittaker, Kennedy, Scott, they all went out. Try to find out what is happening. Me, I say why. I hear the sounds. Boom, crash. Ah!
That's an alright attempt at the Wilhelm scream. 5 out of 10.
Way there. Things I don't want to see again. Understand? I stay right here. We're safe. And I have pipe to keep me company.
Blow his head off.
My only sadness is my stereo. Power go off. It don't work now, you see? If I could just enjoy a few more spins of my music, I'd be a happy man.
So yeah, this guy wants us to turn on the in-house generator, get his stereo going. We are going to do that, but we'll do it as we go about helping ourselves.
And so, my favorite subject arrives. It is in this room that all the secrets will be revealed. I will employ an experimental device that helps me chart the undiscovered country. But you can't come to the show yet. First, you must prove to me that you truly want to be cured, and that you truly are worthy of my time. See you soon, I hope.
So, as before, the door's being held shut with light, except this time we've got 3 generators. One in the basement, one on the first floor, one on the attic. And we're going to tackle the attic first.
It's so hard to keep this place tidy when there is so much work to be done. And it is impossible to find decent help out here. But truly, this clutter doesn't even compare to the disorder inside your head, does it? That's where I do hope to do some spring cleaning.
Now, I mean, I don't know. If I came to be in this situation somehow, I would love to work in the asylum. And I think I do a fine job of it too. Like every job that I turn to.
Sometimes it is the body that threatens the safety of the mind. Sometimes it must be removed.
If you shoot that guy once, and only once, with the revolver, you'll get good karma. Like I say, only once, because the game doesn't take too kindly to you going berserk with what remains of the corpse. And in the next cell along, we have a metal crate. Although, I suppose that we're in an asylum, it's probably meant to be some sort of inhumane cage. Ah, whatever. Using this crate, or whatever you want to call it, we can climb up into the attic. Thankfully, they don't have too many block puzzles in this game. There was the one at the beginning to get that hidden weapons cache, and I think there's the other one with the shed, and this is it. I think this is the last one. And what a one. Come on now, game. Okay, so this portion of the game introduces the next enemy that we're going to be encountering, the wacky jump physics. Seriously, what on earth am I doing wrong? Aside from not being able to land my jumps properly. There we go. And... no? Wait a second, I think I've got it. You know, here's somebody saying that this is their favourite game, and his favourite level, and he can't even do a basic jumping puzzle. What the hell? There we go. Right. The first task is to find this curious contraption off in the corner. Grab this crank, and drop it into the basement below. Look at that, I've only been here like 5 minutes and I'm already channeling the spirit of Killjoy. That's how much I love the guy. Anyways, drop that thing. We'll find out why later on.
An age of radio has passed us by. Who would care to broadcast only on the audio spectrum of human perception when it is the visuals that can truly enrapture an audience?
And with that said, a projection of a gate once again traps us. So first thing you're going to want to do in this point is try to take out some of the enemies. I mean, they will kill one another if you leave them to it, because Slayers and mainliners, they do that for whatever reason. But, yeah. Take down the enemies. And this is a fine example of why I play this game with the subtitles on. For the longest time, I never heard what Killjoy just said to me. And with that said, neither did you, because I was talking over it, but, you know, you could have read it, see what he was saying. Anyway, two things to do. First of all, destroy that projector. Second of all, grab this stack of crates. And if you pull them back, the projector will turn off, stop projecting onto the hatch, and we can leave. If there are any monsters that are alive, they won't bother us once we leave. So now, let's go back to the lobby. And do you know the best part about this level? It just comes right out of nowhere. I mean, it's like Shalebridge. Oh, and I hope you didn't forget about Shalebridge. Because Shalebridge certainly did not forget about you.
How does it go? Oh yes. Canst thou minister to a mind diseased? Pluck from the memory a rooted sorrow. Raise out the written troubles of the brain, and with some sweet oblivious antidote, cleanse the stuffed bosom of that perilous stuff which weighs upon the heart. My, if only it were that easy.
That's from Macbeth. That's Act 5, Scene 3. And the quote actually runs, "Canst thou not minister to a mind diseased?" Everything else was right, though.
Ever wonder why you're so furious, Talk? What happens then when your world goes black? Do you ever see a creature, a beastly form, the likes of which would cause any sane man to flee in terror? Tell me about him. How does he make you feel?
Well, I guess that guy isn't part of us after all. But how can we tell anymore? We're trying to open a door held shut with impenetrable beams of light. Sanity went out the window long ago. But hey, a mental mindfuck can be nice. And I probably shouldn't have hit that button, but... you know, tinkering's nice. And that was weird. Alright, on we go.
In this new art of projected light, one problem still remains. It is so very difficult to find good talent. Certainly, I am able to bring life to this piece of celluloid, but who to appear opposite me? Who to play Iago to my Othello? Eliza Doolittle to my Henry Higgins? My choice? Artificial actor.
Now, you see, that's a fairly interesting line of dialogue, because it suggests that Killjoy is the one creating the monsters to send after Torque. And this is an interesting point, because there may actually be some meat to this theory. Whoa! Where on earth did you come from, guy? It is not nice when I'm, you know, conspiring with people over here. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, there's actually a rack of prosthetic limbs in this room. It's actually behind us. And it contains a huge number of knives, a bunch of fake heads, just like the ones that the Slayers are made of. Now, pulling that will open the door to help us get out of the basement. But before we go up... There we go. So that is the second of 3 doors required to get out. Or at least to progress through the game. Now in the next room, we've got, if I can remember where it is, yes, some ammo, should you need it. And we also have these things. Prototype Slayer parts, and there are also prototype Slayer bodies hanging from the ceiling.
Or is it an uncontrollable urge to regress back to a form unseen in modern society? One that will allow you to set matters right in the most direct way possible. Yes, I think that's it. When all else fails, go for the easy way out. The obvious answer. The brute force solution.
It's kind of interesting to think that Killjoy is the one creating the Slayers. They're your prototype bodies, by the way. But the theory only really applies to the Slayers. Oh, okay. This is the generator that Sergei wants us to activate. But let's not turn it on right now because, well, there's a load of water right there. Electricity plus water. Doesn't really go too well, does it?
Makes me a star of unprecedented proportions. My
Do you know what? I'm just going to do this while he's talking.
revealing that which makes us do right and wrong. Don't you wonder about that? What makes you do right and wrong?
Anyways, with the water drained, now you can turn on the Jenny. Now we're fine. Now, let's see if I just get my bearings for a moment. Yes, right.
Don't you grasp the implications? It's a brave new
We
world.
go this way.
Such creatures are nothing new to you,
This door leads us to a fairly huge theatre. And if ever there was a time for one of my trademark inappropriate Rocky Horror references, now would be the time. But that's too easy. I've had my fill in this LP. For now.
Nowhere do the stars shine as brightly as they do on Carnate Island. On this very stage where it is my pleasure to introduce to you the world of your own mind. Given a dark enough environment, this projector, this wonder of modern science, allows me to appear here before you today. No more shall my talent
Now,
be
this is the room where you get the fire axe if you didn't find it in the basement. And all you've really got to deal with is just a couple of Slayers. I think they want you to use the axe on the Slayers, but, well, we've got guns, so whoa! And apparently there's a nooseman in this room. How many times have I been playing this game, and I did not know there was two noosemen in this room? Not cool, dude. Not cool. Anyways, we need to use the fire axe to cut down this, which drops that scene, which... I'm sure I've seen that before. But, in an... Oh, come on now! What was that? Anyways, in an entirely unsymbolic way, that allows us to open the door, because the gate is gone, and now we can progress. I'll grant you that wasn't strictly necessary, because it doesn't unlock the door to the theatre, but it's interesting enough to see what the Doctor has to say for himself. But no, in order to proceed properly, we need to go this way. Now, this room is just weird, and that's why I absolutely love it.
This poor soul could not handle what he saw in the ink. Tell me what you see, Talk.
And suddenly Rorschach tests from nowhere! So, sort of an interesting thing, there's a pre- and post-patch version of this game on the 360. And in the post-patch, the corpse in the chair, he has his eyes closed, but in the unpatched version, his eyes are open. Bit of a weird change for them to have made, and a subtle change, since not very people would have noticed it. Oh, before I go, this picture right here, that picture scares me, and I hate it. I hate you, child with blue eyes. I think that one beside the door looks like two bears high-fiving. Right, we are now able to go to the final fight, but I choose not to. For now, anyways, because, well, we didn't get a reward from Sergei. To do this, well, the quickest way to do this is, well, the route that you've seen. Just cut open the door, and this lets us go through the kitchen to the beginning of the level. And here we can find, hopefully, some public domain music.
Back on. You make me a happy, happy man. Oh my, listen to this.
So yeah, that's pretty cool.
I relax with my pipe. Maybe something stronger later. I got my music. Is a good life, however long it lasts.
That's what I thought about you.
Story about this place. It was a crazy house. Place where they send people who not know what is worth. Me, I self-medicate, huh? Been abandoned for many years. Now we gotta come here to be free. It's the only place I feel safe on this island.
Sergei is interesting. He's about the only NPC in the game who knows what's going on in the prison and on the island in general, but
I like the company.
I mean, you probably won't pay any attention to him because he is doped up to the eyeballs. Anyways, yeah, I'm just going to go onwards to the finale. Well, finale of this section, anyways.
At last, you have made it to the climax of this fine performance. Let me introduce our newest player. This fascinating specimen is a creature of purest strength and rage, whose presence here must prove quite a conundrum to you. His resemblance to these other soulless beasts cannot be denied, but he is altogether harder to truly understand. But with the capabilities of my experimental device, I can bring about a rebirth of the spirit, a awakening of the soul, and thus we can shed light on this most unique situation. Why not come inside, and I shall show you?
Now, Killjoy doesn't actually say anything interesting or worthwhile as we fight him, so I'm just going to run through it and smash all of these projectors. You know, just do it ASAP. Or as close to ASAP as possible, which I suppose would be Aktasapapap. Which kind of loses its cool, I'll be honest with you. How could I forget that one by the door? It's like, it's right there.
If that's the way you feel about your treatment, I cannot avoid the subject anymore. The time has come for a confrontation, a meeting of the minds, or perhaps I should say a meeting of the mind and the mindless. Go ahead, see if you can't reach out to your deepest fear.
Now, with Killjoy gone, we need to do what he was going to do to us anyway and use this machine on us. Question marks? Now this gives us the rebirth power, which is a really wimpy Hadoken. I mean, look at that. I'm pretty sure I could do better than that, and I went home to be a family man. Anyways, interesting addition, which I'm pretty sure only came about with the 360 patch.
Remember, Talk, no matter what you
Anyways, yeah. Only in the 360 patch, you can see the garden outside. In the original version, it's just inky blackness. Anyway, I think it's time to call it a video for now. Join us next time when we leave the asylum and progress through the island, I guess. So, until next time, goodbye.